Hello, people. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Just remember, you're probably doing better than the Woffords. Oh my goodness. So, like I was saying, I had to start over. But like I said, I was saying, Christina, I love you more than anything, and you deserve to be happy with me. You deserve everything. You deserve it all. And I think she's stronger than me, and I just think you're amazing. And like I said, none of it is about money to me. It never has been, and never will be. It's just about you, and you're all I want. Everything else is cool. Like I said, I think I deserve not to struggle for sure. That's all I want. I just want it where we're good and we have everything we need. That's what I'm so excited about. That's all. I'm not greedy. I'm not selfish. I'm not entitled. And that's the thing with people like them, like the Woffords. Like you just tell that they're very selfish. Like they're greedy. Like that's why it's not working out for you. Like I said, you're not helping people genuinely, brother. It's called you're looking for a sympathy plea. That's what you're doing. It's called being manipulative. It's manipulation. And that was the whole thing. I was testing it out, and my intuition is telling me like, yeah, these folks, I'm gonna figure out if they're genuine or not. They're not genuine. You know what I mean? That's why every 5 seconds you film another video begging, right? Saying, oh, we're not going to be able to get back to town. I have a feeling that you're even lying sometimes, that you're even just saying, because that's all I've seen you do is just lie after lie after lie. I think you're just lying and making it up so that they can send you some money. And that's the thing. We've never done that over here. Never. I've never lied to you people about anything I go through. Nothing. Always kept it real. Here we go. Honks from an 18-wheeler. I've always kept it real. I've always kept it a buck. I've always kept it a thou. I've always kept it 100. 100. Hundreds. But you, Mr. Charles, do not. Definitely do not. But yeah, like I was saying, Christina said the truth. And I give Christina all the credit and glory all the time, just like I do God. But Christina deserves credit. And like I said, I'm very proud of you, honey. And you're just amazing. You're a survivor, and you're just an amazing person. For me, you never have to be strong. For me, I love you regardless, but I feel like she's stronger than me. Just an amazing person. Um, but yeah, just know that I love you more than anything, always. But yeah, these other folks and these other people, I can't even do it with y'all, man. I just don't understand you. Like I said, this is the biggest platform on the internet right now. It doesn't matter what folks try to do, how they try to avoid it, ignore it, get around it. They all still got to hear about it. They all still got to kind of watch me. They don't really have a choice. So it's like, at the end of the day, that's the thing when you're dealing with folks like that, and you're never going to win like that, man. You're never going to get anywhere, bro. Like I said, Charles, you have never succeeded at anything, and I've succeeded at everything I've ever done. What is this talk about money from a guy who begs just to go into town? I mean, I go into town, Charles, and I make my own money to do so. What do you mean? I pay $3 just to get on that bus. Okay. Are you serious? Like all the time. You don't do that. See a difference? You know what I mean? Like just saying I'm a real man, bro. Like I actually stand for something and stand for mine. Like I'll ask for help, don't get me wrong. I'll do what I gotta do to get by and make my bread. It's getting to the point I'm probably gonna have to do that, but it don't take nothing away from me. I'm retired, man. I'm 36. I'm 36 years old. I'm retired. I'm chilling. And God is just like, He wants to bless me. He knows I deserve it all. And we're getting to the point where it's literally going to become like the Dark Knight Rises, the Dark Knight Returns, because I'm making like my next comeback. I don't know if you could say second comeback. I don't know. I made a lot of comebacks, but it's like I'm making my next comeback because once we get all this money, I get to really roll around everywhere all over the country and do what I got to do. You know, that's the thing folks just don't get is I'm way ahead of my time. The hell is that? I guess it's part of the plant. It's creepy looking. It's like a worm. I thought it was Charles. Looking kind of wormy. A little worm. A little bookworm. That's your nickname, bookworm. You know, he looked like that little worm with the little glasses and the little book you would read. He looks identical. That's exactly what he looked like. But like I said, man, I'm getting all the attention without even asking for it. The algorithm got to catch up to me. It's clearly vital and it clearly dictates how this works, and it's trying to catch up, I think, because I'm just moving real fast. I'm trying to get this done, man. It's impossible, and I'm trying to make it happen, man. I don't have a choice right now. That's what folks don't get. And it's literally like I've been going so hard that, you know, if I could get it done, I would just breathe a sigh of relief and be like, ah, finally I can chill a little bit. Still got to go hard, but at least like, you know, and I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of having to do all this. Tired, man. I am. I'm tired in general, man. I got like 2 different videos that last for a little good minute. I got to edit and get the uploads up here. What are they doing? So I'm going to get that up there soon. You know what I mean? And that's about it. Got a couple of different videos. So I'll have some stuff to try to put up, and that's what I need. I have to like collect my footage and then just keep putting it out. I have a feeling when I put out the martial arts videos today, hopefully the algorithm will start working again and catch up. And hopefully, you know, hopefully I'll come out and get a ton of views because that's what I need. We got to get all the views we can get right now. Like we don't have a choice. So, like I said, I surpassed $86, which is extremely impressive. Okay, and this is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Hold up. But yeah, I surpassed $86. And then next, yeah, surpassed $86. I don't know. I know I got it. I'm hoping I can somehow get over 90 today, just magically. I don't know how though, but we'll see. I mean, I already did some numbers yesterday after it had already accrued, and I don't know how much of it had actually accrued. So it's possible, but that's the only way it's going to happen. You know, I need a miracle from God, but I hope, man, if I could get over 90, have like 2 days, even that's not enough, but like I need to at least be over 90 by today. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm trying my hardest. I'm really going hard. Y'all don't understand. Like my feet are hurting. I've been walking like crazy. I'm doing a lot. Training is all there. Training as hard as I can. The lifts I'm getting even better in. You're seeing I'm getting stronger. I'm holding my whole body up, controlling it. Full bar control. It's all coming together. God got me ready, and then that's the thing. Like God, I'm gonna ask you straight up. I'm just gonna talk to you, God, direct. I need you to please, like, go ahead and give me this money, man. Like seriously, I can't keep nickel and a diamond like this, man. This is not gonna work, bro. It's just not. Like, you know what I mean? I've been doing this too long. I'm tired of struggling. Like, God, send me some real bread, man. Seriously, bro, I'm sick of this. I need some real money, real budget, so I ain't got to sit here and worry about this. I'm gonna still work hard, you know, but this is too much, bro. You know, this is a lot. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love what I do, but Didn't have to go this hard. Didn't have to do this much. And it's every day I do it. You know what I mean? So, oh, God getting me ready. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm totally in agreement and alignment with God's plan. That's all. Man, this is on, son. Goodness. I don't understand how hard it is to just build something right here. Like you see people clearly need. I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. The city has all this funds. They have all this money. They do all these functions. They feed each other. If you work for their little corporations or agency, they feed you. They take care of you. They make sure you're good and got what you need. There's That's like the whole thing. It's just like a safety net of society. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of the people in the safety net, some of them might be fans. A lot of them probably don't like me, and you ain't gotta like me. And I'm gonna tell you why you don't like me. You don't like me because you sold out. You sold your soul, all right? And you can see clearly what position you're in. You're not free, so it bothers you because you see me every day, free as a bird, right? And winning and doing my thing, and I don't have a boss, right? But you're just stuck where you're stuck at. Like, yes, you're being provided for. They're gonna make sure you eat. They're gonna take care of you and coddle you, and right. It's all a fake environment. And you got to be around the same fake people and shaking hands, pretending that you're all the greatest friends ever, and you're all so nicey nice when behind closed doors you're not good people or nice people. You know what I'm saying? And you just feel it in your heart and yourself that you sold yourself out, and you're not free. And I don't have that problem. I'm free. You see, that's the thing. It's a I mean, anything of value takes sacrifice, and it's a sacrifice that you make, and with freedom comes hard work. That's what folks don't get. No, I'm not struggling. I'm independent. I'm sovereign. For real, there's a difference. See, Charles and Shelley Walker will never be sovereign. Sovereign is not begging for money and then not being able to go to your local corner store. Sovereign is not losing two vans, nor is success. So whenever you want to get real, brother, and you want to grow up and have a grown man's conversation, you let me know, because I'll put you in your place real quick. It's easy. You lost two vans. Now you're going to lose a camper, and you're just leaving stuff places. Typical behavior, right, of what you are, right? Nobody normal does that. Nobody. Like, people just don't do that. Nobody's going to leave behind things that cost money, much less. And you did not buy any of this stuff. You don't have any money. You didn't invest. And I had already addressed them, and they get right on live, and he got trolls trolling him. I'm not in your chat, bro. He got trolls trolling him, talking about, hi, Tyree. Like, dude, I'm not in your chat, bro. What are you talking about, bruh? Come on, bruh. Funny as hell, man. I ain't worried about you. Think I care about what you doing? I'm just making an example out of you publicly. You're funny as hell. Like, I'm telling you, I cannot stop watching. Like, it is comedy gold. The Woffords are the greatest show I have ever seen for me. Sir, I'm not even joking. Like, I love it because I know every time I tune in, and this is what my first shows were saying primarily, I know I'm going to see them struggling. It's never going to change. They've been struggling since the beginning of time, and they can't even get that right and get out of the struggle. He said today, he says the craziest things. That boy is delusional. He said today again, he keep talking this fake talk. Does that make you feel better? It's so immature, it's unreal. He said, yeah, we doing well. We got our own business. We got land. All you do is just repeat words. You're a grown man, brother. Let me explain something to you. Nobody cares about land, bro. And did you know that this is actually the worst time to purchase land? Man, you act like you're the only person who got some land. You don't have land. You have a patch of grass. Literally, bro. Your land is just the outline of that camper, and that's it. The rest of that don't belong to you. Boy, stop it. Stop playing. It ain't making no sense. You were just told that you can stay there. That's it. You're not paying no rent. Ugh. You just said we don't pay any rent. That has nothing to do with being sovereign. Everybody got to pay rent. You park a camper somewhere, you pay rent. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, you don't own nothing, brother. You were given something because you're a charity case. They just said, hey, you can stay here in a corner and see how it goes to their head, their overinflated ego, and they change all of reality. And now he wants to pretend he's like a boss. Like, dude, you crazy, man. That's why, I mean, people can't help people like that. You see? See, and that's the thing. You're not helping anyone. You're trying to enable. That's what you're doing. You're trying to enable. You wanted to build a camp. Okay, let's get real. You want to build an actual camp that enables the people who have the same behavior as you and addictive behaviors. That's crazy. That's got to be like that's going to be the worst camp in the world. That's the truth. They're going to be the worst camp in the world because folks like that, they don't even know how to operate. Look at him. I mean, it's just common sense. It's common sense and logic, brother. What are you talking about, bro? You talking about, you keep saying land, land, land. Bro, I own land. So what? Like, what? I own a lot more land than you. I'll tell you that right now. I'm talking like thousands upon hundreds of thousands upon millions of acres right now. I really own that. You don't. What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. Like, that's the thing. You just keep repeating words. That's what they do. They're all delusional. And they're in a delusional stupor, and I'm just tired of hearing it. Like, it's weird. How many times you going to repeat yourself, brother? We get it. We heard you. Like, yes, you begged your way into a little spot in the middle of the desert that nobody wants to be at because they have common sense, which you lack, and they know there's no water out there, right? So, I mean, to be honest, Deming, New Mexico clearly can't stand you, like you said, and they set you up for failure, right? That's really what happened, and you did it to yourself. You walked right into it, brother. Then he complaining, oh, I paid $20 here at this gas station. He gave me 15, and I know for a fact that I gave him 20. All you do is lie, Charles. If you gave him 20, then how come he disagrees? How come everywhere you go, the truth comes out that all you do is lie? See, this is the thing. What matters is having a reputation. You're not going to build an audience on YouTube or any social media avenue. You're wasting your time. You're a little late in the game, brother. And you talking like you me. That's what narcs do. He'll talk like he's in my position. So who's the famous superstar? Is it you or me? Who has a voice? You or me? Who has some people who actually at least support me in some sense? You or me? Who do people know is going to get out here and get busy? Me, not you. Who do they know lowered crime rates? Me, not you. Who do they run to for their problems? I just had a lady today, and I have no issue with it. Like, she talked to me about some stuff going on, a situation, right? Like, she did everything. She sent me the videos to look at and everything. Because there's some crazy stuff going on. There's all sorts of crime and stuff that happens out here. And I told her the truth. I said, I'm just a regular dude. There's not too much I can do. But then she said that they looking supposedly, I don't know. It's like a whole thing. You know what I mean? I don't even want to get into it because I never know. I don't trust nobody. I never know what's true and what's not, you know? But that's the thing. I don't even get involved with them folks. Like, every time I've gotten involved with people here, that's when I have an issue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind helping and doing the right thing, but I got to know that you well put together and that you know what you're even talking about. You know, I have to know that you're coming from a real place. You know, I don't have to do nothing for nobody. I will help, though, the right way if I'm able to. You know, but yeah, I already know what's up, so I know what to look out for out here. And that's about it. So, you know, no need for me to say anything back about it or anything. I just pay attention. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I'm not going to allow anything or anyone to get me caught up out here. This is my base, but this is all temporary for right now. Like, I'm about to leave here. We about to get out of here, bro. You know, I'm honestly not too concerned about what's going on in the valley, man. Not my problem. Me and Christina and I, we about to get out of here. Yeah. But I'm just saying, people come to me for their problems. And that's a badge of honor. That's a sign of respect. That's a pretty big deal. You know, and it's more than you just see me walking around all the time. It's more than that. You come into Batman because some things are a Batman type of situation in a Batman manner. Coming to Batman because that's what folks should be doing, is going to Batman. But that's the thing. I'm not like that's not my job either. You know what I mean? Like it's just not. I just stay doing my job, which is doing this and doing this media and doing this content. And like I said, I do all this independently and do this for me. But I don't really have I don't have relations with nobody out here. I just do what I'm doing independently. And that's the thing is it's just as a society, people don't really acknowledge and recognize all you've accomplished and all you've done. And that's the most difficult part. It's just like I'm sure in the future, hell, I'm sure there'll be tabloids in other cities and states that paint me in a negative light when it's all positive. I mean, there's going to be all sorts of stuff, and it won't be nothing for me to handle then, will it? Because I'm so used to the trolls on here. See, it got me ready for all that. Like, it is what it is. And I would address that media outlet directly, and I would tell them what it is and put them in their place verbally. I wouldn't play about it at all. I'd tell them, keep my name out your mouth if you're not going to say the truth. Because that's what happens with Batman. People start trying to lie and make new titles. And come on, bro. People have tried to do everything they can. They tried to frame the Batman. Tried a whole lot of stuff, just like the movie, and it didn't work. Did it, you little penguin? A bird that cannot fly. The penguin. Or I have a name. Oswald Cobblepot. Yeah, man, like I said, I just have fun every day with my poor self, but I'm rich in spirit. And that's all. I'm enjoying myself. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what I enjoy. Worry about you. Question is, what are y'all doing? I got me some salsa today. I'm looking forward to that, and sour cream and onion chips. Good. I said, I'm good. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that salsa. I'm gonna eat that salsa. No diggity. I got to bag it up. No diggity. Got to bag it up. Man, I can't wait. Salsa is good. It's fresh. I mean, it comes in a can thing, a jar, but it feels fresh. Tastes fresh. Tastes super good. I love salsa, man, when they make it right. We're going to have to make our own homemade salsa, Christina and I, because we're going to be opening restaurants. We're going to work with food, honey. You can't go wrong when you work with food, especially with me. You're going to realize I got a gift with that, too, because I really do. And once I figured it out and get some teaching on how to cook properly, once I get the basics down again, I start cooking amazingly. Like I'm an actual chef, been a chef, like for real, the real thing. So independent chef, ran my own food truck, and I had lines backed up to Timbuktu till like 4 or 5 a.m. I'd work past if I could. I was working I'll sleep later. I was hustling nonstop. That's what y'all don't get. Like I really worked hard. These people know while they talking and ain't doing nothing, I've always been working. Hold on. I'm always building. Always building. I'm always progressing. But yeah, that little thing from Gangster Squad, that's what I'm on right now. I'm on some gangster stuff, like what my family really is. I don't know about y'all. I don't know what y'all on. I don't know what y'all think this is or what time you think it is. But I'm trying to take everything right now. Everything I can get, I'm trying to take. That's what y'all don't get. You know what I mean? Just because I can't, and that's why he says it. Not even just because I can't. That's why he says. He said, and not just because I can't. You understand? Like that's the thing. Like it's more than that. It's because of power. You know what I'm saying? Like It's bigger than the fact that I can. I know I can. I know I can take whatever I want. I know I can accomplish anything I want. It's deeper than that. Because why? Because this is my destiny. Real talk. Los Angeles is my destiny. Real talk. That's what you don't get. I ain't talking about just Los Angeles. We talking about Los Angeles. We talking about New York. We talking about all these cities and states. We talking about being Batman in Redwood City, where the where all these folks is at. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You're gonna be a Batman in Redwood City, California, too. You know what I mean? Real talk. Y'all are funny. Maybe I'll find a redwood tree to be able to climb out there. Not like in the actual area, because you can't do that. I'm pretty positive they wouldn't like that at all. But you can find, there's redwood trees in the city just around, I'm sure. I went to the actual forest out there. I've been out there. I've seen it where there's all these huge, I remember I was a kid, there was these huge redwood trees all around me, and I was in the car, and it was beautiful. I told you my dad took me to Alcatraz like twice at least, I think. Both times was super cool. It was just super interesting. It was very peaceful. And then I learned about the Birdman. Y'all got to look that up. There was a prisoner named Birdman. It was very interesting. And see, right there, you got Birdman and Batman. Like, as a kid, I was already being introduced to these concepts, and I didn't even pay attention and really understand. I paid attention, but I didn't understand, and look at me. Now I'm Batman. Isn't that crazy? So, like, that Birdman prisoner, probably a pretty real concept, man. He might have been a smart dude, you don't know. I sure as hell am, and there is definitely a reason for why I'm doing all this and knowing who I am and waking up. But like I said, everything's going well, man. It's just we need more money. We need people to step up and donate. Without the donations, like I said, there's no way for me to really make it. I mean, it's not even possible. So I'm doing the best I can, man. We'll see what happens. If I could accomplish this, I'm gonna be like, wow, I'll be impressed with myself. It's not in my control. I could do all the videos I want all day, but it's not in my control, man. It depends on just what happens. So I don't know. All I could say is people in the public need to step up and help, and that's all I could say. But I'm just doing the best I can. I'm not going to be able to pay the phone bill this next month, is what it's looking like. Everything is kind of coming to a halt and a close, really, and that's okay. It sucks, but it is what it is. But I know when Christina is going to come to me, I'll let her know everything ahead of time, and she'll just show up. So I don't know. I got to see what I want to do. You know what I mean? That was the whole point. If I could do this, then, I'd have that money coming in next month. And then I could decide if I want to pay it or just keep that money, and, I could use that for a bus pass. I could go get a Wi-Fi and then get on here. There's different things, options I can do a little bit. Like I said, I might just take some risks and completely change everything and how I move again and see what I can do to try to figure out some stuff for me so that I can eat more and stuff like that on top of what I'm already doing. And, I mean, I'm going to do what I need to do and try to take advantage, man. You know what I mean? I don't care about none of y'all. All that wolfing, all y'all do is fake talk and wolfing, and ain't none of you going to do nothing. We already know that, boss. Believe that. That's the thing. These people have been wolfing for years. Like, yeah, you don't wolf with real gangsters. Don't do that. Feel me? And yeah, I just don't play like that. I mean, these folks ain't gonna do nothing, man. Ain't none of these folks. They don't come from no rough background. None of them, bro. All of them soft. You know what I mean? Yeah, they was online trying to front and pretend like they was something they not. Yeah, we see through that. We know what y'all is. Yeah. What the hell is that look? Like I told you, man, these want to be snobs, they miserable. How about that? I hope you're listening too. What's up, friend, and none of you. They look miserable, they look unhappy. Well, hell, you're all in arranged marriages, you're all miserable, you're not even with who you want to be with. None of you so-called women are even with a real man. Yeah, I'd be miserable too. As I'm saying, these folks, they be wondering why these things are happening to them. They're happening to you because karma is real. They're happening to you because, God is real. They're happening to you because a lot of it you're bringing upon yourself. That's the truth. We all go through things, brother. Nobody's in control of nothing, but God. That's the truth. Difference is I'm completely satisfied and content with that, and y'all ain't. Why y'all try to sit there and go against reality every day? What's the point of that? Good luck with that. Man, I can't wait to sit down right now. I'm gonna have me a popsicle. Yeah, popsicle time. I'm gonna have me one of them pops. They're awesome. They're like cherry, raspberry, blueberry, or something like that flavor. White, red, and blue, like a flag. I got those, and I think I got quite a few of them too. They just melt. That's the problem, and then they're harder to open and stuff and eat. But I'm gonna have me a popsicle, and then guess what? I'm tuning in to watch the Wofford's downfall. That's right, because it's hilarious. And the best part is they televise every piece of it, every bit of it. There's not one part that they don't put out there. Like they can't think at all. They tell everyone all their business. And it's just the most entertaining thing on the internet for me right now. You know what I mean? Real talk. Hope I didn't run into a spider. I see a web right there and I felt something on my arm. Hopefully I'll be all right. But yeah, these folks is funny. All of them. All are straight funny. I can't even imagine doing things like that. Like, bro, I've never been in that position ever. So he thinks that's success. He see, I told you they so far behind. They think success is tangible. They think it's you just get something. Right, you think it's material. Boy, I don't even know what you're talking for, bro. Charles, do you know how much more I have than you? And it's because I don't ever look at material as material. I manifest whatever I want, sir. I could care less about material possessions. You understand? You're not making sense, bro. I can materialize and manifest a yacht. What? In 5 seconds. I've been doing it my entire life. You know what I mean? Oh, that's another thing me and Christina may get is a yacht. I gotta bring that up to her and talk to her about that. I forgot about that. That's another thing that we may do. We might get ourselves a little boat. Yeah, you get ourselves a little boat like that football movie with Keanu Reeves. I think it is. I don't know if they have one in Point Break too, but yeah, you get ourselves a little boat. Corpus got boats like that, and you can rent the little spot. You can live in it if you want. I don't know about all that, but we can use it and have one. And I would want one that like doesn't require so much just to do things, and that you're not having to constantly pay for. Like that's the issue. You don't want to pay for a lot if you're not going to live there and stay there. So you get the boat, you park it where you're at, and then you just get it on the thing, basically tow it, whatever, you're moving it, and go from there. Nice bully wave to me. He is nice. See, I think a lot of word has gotten out about me and what I'm doing here, so that's cool. I think we need it, man. I think people are a little too serious too and take themselves too seriously. I think it lightens the mood and helps. But yeah, you get a boat, you park it, and then you load it up and take it out when you want. You know, that's the thing. We're gonna probably go to like the lakes too in Austin and stuff. You got to be super careful out there. I'll make sure Christina's okay when she's with me, but you can't be swimming out and stuff at all because you'll go out too far, and it happens all the time. But we had that party out there. It was pretty cool, but I'm gonna see if I can get Christina with me and we go out there, and I'll just make sure we're safe about everything we do, and we'll make sure she's good always. But that lake is beautiful, and I actually do want to swim in it some because I can swim quite a bit once I get started. And I mean, it's beautiful out there, and like, I mean, I know you can swim in it, and you shouldn't have any problem. So, I mean, it's gorgeous. I don't know if it's Lake Travis, maybe, because Travis County. something like that, some lake, and they take you all the way out there. They got buses that'll take you out there, and then they'll put you on the boat, and it's like a party boat. Feel me? Weirdest thing I've ever seen. Dude sits there and looks confused. Oh, you folks confuse me. Good talk. See, that's what I'm saying. You got folks like that, like, man, y'all is so like institutionalized, indoctrinated. Like, you got to follow every little rule. Like, those folks are funny, man. You don't even know what exercise is. Just walking a little bit ain't exercise, dude. You want to exercise, learn how to exercise. And you just see on their face like they're just distraught. I think they're scared, honestly. A lot of them. It's not good people. But shout out to the good people, to the good folks. Real talk. What kind of grown man wears a vest? Sorry, but who does that? Grown man, huh? See, that's the thing. Like all these folks, they so entitled. They think nobody will tell them how they feel about them. Like, I will. Any of y'all. But real talk. Please run your mouth. Y'all funny as hell out here. But yeah, like I said, I got the whole business going. Either way, I'm successful and I'm succeeding. And I don't know. It's honestly just impressive watching people like that. That's the thing. I'm perplexed every day. They're all like the Joker, basically. And I'm perplexed by you folks, just like Batman was in the movie. If you ever watch Batman, like the original ones, he sees the Joker on TV and like it's interesting to him. He's not like, he has to stop these folks because, well, they're evil and they're out of their mind. That's what Batman does. But it doesn't mean that I also don't think that some of them are very interesting, not really in a good way, but they're very weird. Like you can't really take your eyes off of them. You just start watching, you're like, what the hell? Charles Wofford is one of them. He's comedy gold, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I literally can't wait to sit down right now because that's the first thing I'm tuning into. I can't wait to see the failure today. I told you I was going to continue to watch you fail. I mean, what do you think? You're going to succeed? You didn't listen to me. You listen to me, you'll succeed every time. I've never failed. But if you don't listen to me, you're going to keep failing. See, you're chasing money. You're worried about money, right? Because it's called overcompensating, brother. You have issues that you need to resolve within you first before you even worry about making money. That's what that means. It means you have immaturity and you have deep issues. You're resentful. That's the truth. Brother, I can analyze you in 2 seconds and tell you everything about you. That's how I know y'all better than y'all know yourselves. Feel me? Money should not be something that you're trying to fill a void with. Money, land, any of that. You're just trying to prove some kind of point, and in the process, the only point you're proving is me right, and I didn't even want to be right. I was really cheering for you. It's just ridiculous. Like, dude, he gave up so quick. You sat there and told them folks all that nonsense. That's why they feel the way they do. They have every right. And they told you that people have let them down a million times. And what did you do? The same thing. And Shelly's sitting there talking about, I'm going to keep my land. It's not your land. You didn't buy it. That's number one. That's a bull-faced lie. Straight up. And you begged for every little penny you got. That's number one. Number two, right? Whatever it is out there, I mean, what was I going to say? I'm blanking out because I'm tired and it's too hot out here. Really don't care, but hold on. But just the point is, I mean, oh yeah, my whole point is whatever you do have that you're squatting on because someone allowed you to as a charity case, you don't even know how to hold on to anything. What do you mean? She's saying she's not going to sell the land. You're not going to have to sell the land. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's not yours and you're not going to be able to keep it. That's what I'm saying. Like your whole thing was, oh, we're going to leave and worse, we just said things we don't mean. Well, then don't say them. You're on a public platform. That's not what happened. You meant 100% what you said, and it's exactly what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to keep that stuff going. You're going to leave it just there, and it's all just going to, mess up in the weather, and that's how it works. You know what I mean? I already know because, like he said, he can't tow it, and that's the thing. Like, why are you talking about signing it over? Why would you have to? See, somebody with common sense who knows business, here's what you would do, right? You got that off of being a charity case, off of begging. That's what happened. You did not purchase it. You did not buy it. That's the fact. So whenever you want to deal with that, you let me know, right? Whenever you want to face the facts, you were given something. That's it. Just like the generator. So if you leave all that there, if you take the generator, that's a mistake because it's heavy. It's just going to weigh you down when you're driving. That's just silly, and you don't need it, and it's not going to do anything for you in a vehicle. That's number one. Number two, if you leave it all out there, anybody who's smart and a businessman would just do that. They would just say, well, let's try our luck moving around in the van, right? And then we'll just come back here whenever we want, right? Since you're acting like whatever, you can go back there, right? See, that's the thing. What does leaving have to do with selling it or signing it over? But you didn't say that. You weren't saying things you didn't mean. You were exposing the truth that you're lying, that it's not yours. So you're saying, oh, I'm going to sign it over, right? Because somebody signed it over to you. Just like you said, the generator was a gift. All that was a gift. I already know that. Y'all folks didn't have nothing at any point. What do you mean? Like invested? Like, no, what you probably did is you sold a van and that's it. Oh, wow. What a big deal, man. You're a real hustler, bro. But yet we're eating better than you every day. We're doing better than you, living better than you, looking better than you. We've got it all. We've got everything. I got 5 bicycles in inventory. I'm making money on here every day, something. I mean, I got a full scale actual business. I actually own everything. Everything I own cost about 8,000 times more than anything you'll ever have, right? But you're acting like it's an accomplishment. No, you're just whining because, like she said, it's been mad difficult for you to even do that little bit, right? Because you're hustling backwards. So that's the thing you don't get, Charles. I'm a success coach. I teach people how to have true success. Success is different for everybody. I've been mad successful, more so than anyone. And I've achieved success as Batman, which is something that nobody could ever imagine or fathom. So, I can help you be successful. I could have, but you rejected that opportunity. So now I'm not going to help you. So, like I said, I mean, every day will be the same story, folks. Y'all are seeing it right now. Mud all over the van. Every day it's going to get harder and harder. And he just said that. He said, me and blah, blah, blah need help. Right. Because all you know how to do is beg for sympathy. You're a narcissist, meaning if you're talking, you're lying. And you're looking for sympathy instead of just getting up, being a man, and going and getting a job at Carl's Jr. and working. You could park that van in any lot across the nation and talk your way into a job. You're just lazy and you don't want to work. People like you, nobody should feel sorry for. They shouldn't. See, you're not me. See, I really need help, and I'm working harder than anyone, and I still need help. And that's gonna, guess what that's gonna do? It's gonna make people and get people to see the truth and start donating to me and sending me money instead of you. Easy.